you. Fuck all of these people for what they've done to me. And for them to be tweeting right now, I'm playing the victim. I am the fucking victim.
A clown. That's clown shit.
Look down, you're talking to your highness. Can't see me, I'm the reason for your blood.
Wait a minute. What's this? This ain't enough. Make it enough. Damn.
Let me tell you, the internet is determined. We are determined. We are standing together. We don't use that no more. DIY it. Bye. Adobe. Bye. Make it.
And nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of free. We're still
protecting your house. Let's do it. Here we have an ordinary porch light. Looks ordinary, but it is actually a video camera that talks. By Kuna.
Like if you can relate. You go to the bathroom with your period poops, about to take a massive dump. But then as you're sitting, you get a cramp right in your butthole. It hurts so bad, feels like the world is ending. It is the most painful thing on the earth.
A while back, I bought my very first stethoscope for nursing school. It's a Littman Classic 3, but after a little bit, I realized I have no idea how to use this thing. After a little bit of research, I figured out there's a little app that you can download on your phone by using this code that's on your stethoscope. This app teaches you a bunch of different things, starting with how to assess a patient for lung and heart sounds. You can track your learning, and one of the cool things about this app is that you can plug in your headphones and listen to different lung and heart sounds, as well as learning the anatomy of the stethoscope. My favorite part of this app is that it actually gives you the opportunity to diagnose different patients. I had no idea about this, so if you didn't know, now you do.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep.
It's a sustainable buyback program where a company is taking your old jewelry, recycling it, and giving you a voucher in return. This brand makes jewelry out of recycled metals, which obviously gives metal a new life, but also reduces waste. If they receive your old jewelry, they will give you a voucher and you get to choose from the recycled collection.
Part number 5 of lies that the government does not want you to know.
Anybody can reach financial success if you play the games of the government. Let me tell you. First thing you need to do is get one of these trusty dusty things right here. It's called a credit card. Use this to buy things such as gas, food, and your bills if you have any already. When you get your credit card, make sure you know when your due date and your statement date is. Your due date is the day that your minimum balance is due. Your statement date is whenever all the credit bureaus check to make sure you have utilization. Quick tip. Whenever your due date comes, pay your whole entire credit card off in full and wait until after the statement date to make any purchases so that you can have a higher credit score. After a few months to a year of you using your credit responsibly, you can then go invest in real estate because they will give you higher credit limits. That's where your money will be secure and you will be making more money every single month than you do when you sleep.
Do not buy a house or sign a lease without this tip. Stick around at the end for a bonus tip. Do not sign any paperwork without going and talking to your neighbors first. Talk to the neighbors. They're going to tell you anything you need to know about the property, probably pretty quickly. Bonus tip, go to the police station, pull records from that county. That'll tell you any crimes that happened on the property.
Never really felt like I belong, so I'll be on my way and I won't be long. I'll be dead by dawn, I'll be dead.
If you like garlic on your food, I'm gonna need you to stop scrolling right now. You will want to use this sauce on everything, and it's made with ingredients you probably already have in your house. This sauce originally comes from Romania. It's called sauce de usturoi. Trust me, we Romanians know our garlic. We have to keep the vampires away somehow. Usually it's served with meat. One time they accidentally gave it to us for pizza, and it was literally the best thing I've ever had. I will not eat pizza without it anymore when I'm at home. My family calls me the sauce queen. You can trust me on this.
Here's some symbolism that almost always means the same thing in like TV, movies, literature, whether it just enhances your next viewing experience or makes your next essay really easy. Whatever. Number 1. Now I thought my English teachers were lying. Then I started writing it and seeing it in everything. Cigars, cigarettes, almost always phallic imagery. Red, the color, can mean so many different things. And rule number 2 is that it probably means 2 things. So in like The Handmaid's Tale, it's both the status and the blood. In American Beauty, it's both passion, desire, and danger, temptation. In The Sixth Sense, it's the real world and the supernatural world. Pick 2, and that's your essay. Number 3, a bridge is never just a bridge. I know people will tell you it's about union, or people will tell you it's about communication. Boil it all down. It's about difference, okay? There's something on one side, there's something about the other. It is maybe the union of those things, communication between them. It's somebody becoming something new. Difference. Let me know if you want part 2.
Get under your car. There should be 2 slots. One has a bolt under it. That's where your oil is. You're going to take that out. And once it drains, you're going to replace it. And then you're going to take out your oil filter and then put a new one in. And then once that's secure, you put in the new oil and you're all done.
Check my chest, my breath right quick. Can't never seen it in a dress like this.
Here's 2 quick Zoom settings you can change to make online classes so much easier. Open settings and go to video. Check touch up my appearance to soften your skin. And press turn on my video when joining a meeting. Audio, mute your microphone when joining a meeting.
I took the cake, yeah. All about cake, yeah. Can we relate? All about cake, yeah.
I took the cake, all about cake.
Please stop going into thrift stores just to buy clothes that you don't really want and then sell them on Depop for $40. Thrift stores are eventually going to catch on to this and start raising their prices, which is going to make it harder for people that want to thrift in order to reduce their carbon footprint and avoid fast fashion, or have to thrift because they're lower income and can't afford most clothing. Now, nothing's wrong with thrifting and maybe selling your thrifted clothes just to make a little bit of profit. However, if you are going to buy something from the toddler section of a thrift store for $6 and then put it on Depop for $40 and call it a Y2K vintage baby tee, then there's a problem.
Today, I'm going to quickly share how I got my skin to go from this, riddled with acne scars, to this. I am purposefully not wearing face makeup so that you guys can see my skin. I definitely still have some pigmentation issues, but it's so much better. The number 1 thing that has truly saved my skin is using a vitamin C serum daily. These 2 are my all-time favorites. I always try to find something that's 12% or higher. I've been using vitamin C serums for 2 years now, all the way from high end to low end, and those are my 2 favorites. The next thing is a salicylic acid face wash. This is my favorite, it's from Tula. I always go for a face wash that's 2% salicylic acid. I was always told to use benzoyl peroxide. I always had horrible reactions to it because my skin is so sensitive, and surprisingly no dermatologist ever told me about salicylic acid. I learned about it while I was actually in cosmetology school. But it did wonders for my acne and fading my scars. The next thing is this. It's a glass skin serum from Peach and Lily. That I've only been using for maybe 4 months, but it's made a huge difference with my skin. Exfoliate however works best for your skin and use SPF.
They want it Lola. She feel like the ocean, like drinking, smoke some Doja, and I feel like smoking.
So quarantine has been going on for a lot longer than a lot of us had expected. So I'm listing out 5 things that pre-meds can do right now to get in all of the volunteer or research experience that they need. If you're a medical student, you can also be doing this for your application cycles for residency. So here they are. The first one is Chemo Angels. Chemo Angels is some place where you can make and send cards virtually to patients that have cancer. The second one is Wake Up America, where you can knit or crochet for babies. Third one is Dorit or Dorat. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but you can make weekly phone calls to the elderly who are lonely and have signed up for this service. The fourth thing you can do is 7 Cups. On this platform, you can become an online emotional support person for someone who needs it. And the last one is Mutual Aid Network. On this platform, people will post their needs because they need people to deliver it for them, and you can be that delivery person.
This is how you unblur anything on the internet. If you're reading an assignment and there's blurred out text, right-click on the paragraph and go to Inspect. When you hover over the paragraph tag, there's one paragraph that's highlighted. The class is blurred. Let's go down here. When we find blurred, we're going to uncheck the filter. Enjoy. Make sure to like and follow for more.
3 Sneaky Psychology Hacks, Part 9. If you want to come across as a leader, don't act surprised about anything. It'll seem like you're aware of everything. When you want to compliment someone extra, say others feel the same way. It'll magnify its effect. If you want to start a thought in someone's mind, ask them not to think about it. We remember what we're not supposed to.
Since we're all high on supporting black creators, why don't we support some lesser known black artists, specifically black artists in the indie genre? There's not a lot of representation for people of color in that genre, but I put a list of some, and Duet is adding on to the list.
Testing this Korean exfoliating towel that TikTok made me buy. When I tell you I started rubbing and instantly skin started peeling off, oh my god, I felt like a shedding reptile. I could make a mini-me from the amount of skin that came off, but oh my god, look how smooth!
Munching in Chicago, Healthy Substance Edition. Let's go. The vegan side of Mexico, I had to go give it a try. The business is run by a family. The back is cooked by the mom. The front is run by her son. They have a hallway of paintings of people who are vegans and animal activists. There's a mirror at the end, so it's like you're part of it. So I was very iffy about the Impossible meat, but when you taste it, it tastes just like the real deal. You would have never thought that the food is vegan. They had a nice green sauce made with avocado. We rate them 10 out of 10. Go try them.
If your hairline looks anything like this, I have a solution for you, and it's so easy, and I just figured this out today. If you use colored dry shampoo, this one is from Target. It's in the shade Brunette. I'm just gonna spray this on these hairs. And that's it.
Okay, so this is me before I started cosmetology school with a lot of hair. You see, blonde's not my natural color, of course, but yep. First day of cosmetology school with this ugly ass braid. Hey, it's still long. Decided to color my blonde orange or like brown, whatever. It's cute. Then this is where I get stupid. This is the day that I decided that I'd participate in a color competition by Chi. And yep, that was me before. Bleach session number 1. Bleach session number 2. Bleach and tone number 3. Final project, look at my dead ends. And this was like in 3 days. My hair for the competition. The front look, which I rocked and we lost. Rocked the hair for a while. Had to cut it real short. Then it faded.
I only call you when it's but the only time that I be Alright, okay. is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands.
Here's some more must-have college websites, even if your school's online or in person. This is part 3, so if you haven't seen my other videos, check them out. If your school's online, you're going to have a lot of timed online essays. Grammarly is my favorite tool. It's a little expensive, but it's really good at catching those small grammar mistakes and restructuring your sentences to make them more clear. It saves so much time when editing. This next one is my favorite, so make sure you bookmark it. It's called Coursical. They have every single course offered at your university in one system. It's super easy to plan the perfect schedule and see what it'll look like on a weekly basis, and it notifies you if a spot opens up, which is awesome. Here's why you shouldn't use Chegg Study. Your information is not safe and it's not private, and I'll show you a free alternative in the end. Chegg actually releases information about the students that use their platform to universities that request it. They say that they only release information during academic dishonesty investigations, but a university can request information from Chegg for any reason and they'll give it to them. Also, the professors are catching up. They're making fake tutor profiles on Chegg to try to help you, but they're actually just trying to catch you. Also, it's expensive. If you need free textbook solutions, use this website right here.
You just started retin-A and your skin got 1,000 times worse. Let's talk about it. So basically this is exactly what I'm going through right now. This is a couple of days ago. Now you can see here my skin's kind of calmed down. My acne that I got has healed. The redness is still present here and here. Now what this is your skin is purging. It's basically increased rate of cell turnover. It's forcing out acne. It's causing peeling because your skin is naturally exfoliating. So your skin's gonna get a lot worse and then it's gonna look amazing. But that whole lot worse part sucks when you're actually going through it, surprisingly, but there are some ways to kind of combat it. So first of all, you are going to not want to like exfoliate or scrub your skin. It's gonna make it worse, gonna make it angrier. It's just a horrible idea. Next, use a moisturizing face wash. I use the CeraVe moisturizing one. It works, it's nice, it just gets the job done without making my skin even more angrier than it already is. Next, I actually use the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisturizer, but literally any moisturizer. Just moisturize your face all the time, specifically in the problem areas. It'll get better eventually, I promise.
I think I'm losing my mind, trying to stay inside the line.
I just saw a girl on my For You page, and you probably did too, who was talking about if she had a lot of money, she would take that money and turn it into refurbishing, like, you know, dead malls, dead banks, to be homes for LGBT homeless kids. And what if I told you that something like that already exists and you could help? There's something called myamericorps.gov, and it is a part of our government, and it's a national community service. It's a good way to volunteer, and you get benefits such as a stipend, house funding, and I believe an education reward for college. And they have the LGBTQ homeless youth housing program where you help kids get their first apartment. You get health coverage or a stipend or an education reward. And you can have another job. There's a ton of programs to look through because basically you can volunteer for anything. So since the pandemic is going on right now, there might be a halt. So work on your applications and references.
I'm not gonna make it alone.